Hey guys, this is Megan with 1000 Generation Farms. Kind of early, can't really tell what I look like because the sun, but Joseph is actually he's actually starting the tractor up right now. He's gonna start raking hay today. So I will just give you some footage of that and probably some footage of baling. And then, yeah, so won't you come farming with us? So basically on my walk out here, I'm going to tell you, we use the John Deere 640 Hay Rake. Pretty old, not sure the year of it. I really hope it's the 640, not the 460. I'm pretty sure it's 640. If not, I'll correct myself once I figure it out. We've been using this for a long time. We do have another 3-point hay rake. It's a Ford. I mentioned that in my last video. We actually purchased that because we were doing a certain field that we needed something that was gonna work a little better for the layout of the field. That's why we got that, and it was heavily used, so we only use it a few times. We actually don't even do hay on that field anymore, so but anyways, we've been looking at getting a V rake. Obviously it will be used. We don't really buy anything new, which is totally fine, but Joseph's just kind of looking at a way to make it a little bit more efficient for us to get the raking done. And then just a little quick information. We don't swath our own hay. We had someone else do it. And then we usually rake and bale our own hay. And so we usually do big round bales. This year, probably going to do some small squares, just kind of depends on the market. But yeah, so I will get you some footage. Okay, so this is our hay field. Joseph's way at the end, so I'll get him when he comes a little closer, but just so you guys know, probably do like 6 to 8 acres of hay. This is probably the 4th or 5th year we've had alfalfa on here, so maybe in the next 2 years we'll have to kind of switch out and replant somewhere else. A lot of times, like kind of over by the trees in the middle there, that kind of is a drainage point for this field when it rains, so the alfalfa doesn't grow the best or come up the best in that middle section. So a lot of times we plant tough grass there. We haven't this year yet. I think Joseph's waiting after this first cutting just to see if we get more rain, because people say it's gonna be dry this year. So I don't know if he's thinking, don't want to spend that money on the seed for tough grass if it's not gonna rain, or we've heard different people's opinions about what they're doing. Like, I think someone told Joseph that they did one cutting of alfalfa and then basically they planted like corn or soybeans over the alfalfa. So they still got some hay, but then they're hoping to get, a crop insurance return or the income off the crop instead, just because they didn't think the alfalfa would grow. So that is not the plan for us right now, but we will see what happens. I don't know, we have livestock to care for, and livestock to feed, so if we don't have alfalfa, if we don't have hay, it's gonna be tough to feed our animals. We're gonna have to spend more money in that category, which we might have to anyways because it's dry so far, but we'll just see. Pray a lot for rain. It sounds like we did get maybe like 30 hundredths last night, which Joseph says that's just like a heavy dew, so that's not have done much, but I always think some is better than none. As you can see here, I'm walking through these rows. Joseph knows a lot more about this than I do, like way more. I know like one thing, but this was cut on Saturday. It's Wednesday today. It's been pretty hot, so yesterday it was like perfectly dry, but as I said in my last video, moisture is super important. Humidity is super important when it comes to hay and baling it. You want these leaves to stay on there. And so right now, since we had a heavy dew, it's probably about like 9:30 in the morning. It's perfect time to rake this because the leaves aren't hard, so they'll stay on the stem when you rake, and they have a teeny bit of moisture in them, but it's still dried out plenty enough to go in a bale. So that is a little bit of knowledge there that I have. hopefully it's correct. Learn a little bit more every day. Walk down here and see what he's doing. It looks like he's trying to set some things up with the rake as he goes, and that's kind of a normal thing. Right, here we are, he's going. Yeah, it definitely doesn't look as full down here, like there's not as much hay sitting on the ground. You can see there's not much hay coming up in those teeth. Walk behind him and look. I was trying to be more positive with this rain outcome, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's too much over here. Now, this part of the field is kind of the end, like it meets our corn, so it probably competes a little bit more for moisture. I know down there it's a little thicker, especially closer to our home site, but we'll just see. Sorry, the shadow's not very good. It looks, I don't know, I mean, it looks really good quality. It's just, there's not too much of it. I'm gonna try to get you guys a cool view of this, because it is really cool how it works. I've actually had someone ask me or kind of comment on why Joseph has the bucket up, and honestly, it's just something with the tractor being old. It just works a little better that way. He could tell you more, but so that's just why that is like the way it is. Okay, so basically he got these couple passes done, and look here, this stuff looks good. Some big, nice rows of it. Looks like he's coming back. He's probably gonna put it all into one windrow. That looks a lot better. But if you can tell, I mean, that was, what, 4 passes? And as he's going, it's getting less and less. But that's okay. That's just how it goes some years. But that stuff will be really good. Good hay. Try to get this without my shadow in it. So it looks really good. So most of the nutrients, most of the stuff the animals like is in the leaves. So that's why you want the leaves to stay on, most of them.